Well, hello and welcome to another episode of In ShawScope. This time we're in 6566 with myself, Nick, and themselves.
I'm a BF Curtain.
Hmm? Oh, fuck. That's brilliant.
Oh, VA Gene over here.
But as you could probably tell from the get-go, this is going to be extremely learned and
Mm.
serious film history pod. So
Uh,
berets on, please.
mm. So yes, so we're talking
That's sign language for beret, by the way.
yes.
Just
We're
that.
talking Squadron 77 from 1965, directed by Yan Jun. We're talking The Blue and the Black Parts 1
A
and
sign
2.
language for dickhead.
Yes.
Not forgetting Wanker.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I think, the
Make
most
that the thumbnail.
absolutely like instant sign of someone who's maybe made a poor choice in life is a jester's hat. There was a period of time I remember in the 90s where a lot of dudes were rocking jester's hats at like
Oh.
ski slope or at like raves and shit, and that's never a
Well,
never.
there's a new one as well. That's been replaced
Mm-hmm.
by the steampunk top hat at the
Uh,
festival
mm,
with the glasses on.
right.
Tell me now then, Darren, do students still steal traffic codes?
I don't know because I don't hang out with very many students. I'd like to think so.
I would imagine.
I mean,
Certainly,
Yeah,
certainly
I mean,
things-
I had a
road
good
signs.
collection of road signage and cones in
Mhm.
my house.
Well, I tell you what we had as well, not just us, it was a collective effort, was when we were living in Palmer's Green in North London, we had outside stairs going up to, because we were living on the second floor of the building, right? And tucked under the stairs, the metal stairs, there must have been at least half a dozen shopping trolleys from the local supermarket. Remember them?
Yeah, they're a bit
I
cumbersome,
definitely
though.
brought
Yeah.
one home once. And it was weird as well. I think I must have been high or something, but I could remember it very well. For some reason, I went out of the supermarket. I didn't bag just had them in the trolley. And I just wondered, I wonder how far I can go before someone says, oi. And I ended up going all the way home, which is, what's that, 5-6 blocks or something?
Oh, easy, yeah.
Turnpike Lane.
Yeah, you'd have had to cross a few like level crossings and all that.
And no one said anything. And I just took my shopping home, and then I wasn't planning to steal it, but it was like no one seemed to give a fuck.
Yeah. That puts me in mind, actually. Sorry, now we're reminiscing, not talking about Shaw's films, but pertinent to what you said anyway. I was telling someone the story the other day about when me and you were high living in Wood Green.
Wood Green, sorry, not Palmer's Green. That was later.
Yeah. The stylus on my record player went.
Oh yeah.
And we had to go to Maplin Electronics to get the replacement. But we didn't know what kind of stylus it was. So in our states compromise.
I remember this, yeah.
What were we thinking? In our compromised states, instead of going and taking the little head off the fucking record player, we took the big record player, which was made out of wood and had a separate compartment for your records. In my car.
Wasn't it like a cabin? It was on wheels.
Yeah, it was a cabinet.
We took
it was on wheels.
On
it had
the
a
bus.
glass front. Yeah, no, it was in my car.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I drove to Maplin Electronics, which we could have walked to. Yeah, and we took the whole fucking thing, and it's like this, like 1.2 meter high fucking thing made out of wood and glass.
Yeah, it's like half a cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took the whole fucking unit into Maplin Electronics and said, "Excuse me, sir, do you know what stylus fits this record player?"
I tell you what cracks me up with that, does it? This would have been enough that we'd have walked in and we would have undone like anything that had been built towards busting the stereotype of a couple of Welsh hicks, right?
Yes.
And suddenly we go in, all right, but What kind of stylus goes
What
with
stylus is this score? It goes with a spy.
Yes, yes, that could have easily have been a scene in Father Ted, actually, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Sounds
certainly
like
could
a
have. Yes,
craggy island.
we took the country with us a bit, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yes, so after that lengthy walkabout, let's bring it back for a moment, Shaw Brothers. So we have Squadron 77, 1965, Yan Jun. We have The Blue and the Black, Parts 1 and Part 2, directed by Ching Do. And then we have The Golden Buddha, 1966, directed by Wei Lo or Lo Wei, depending on how you prefer it.
No way.
Yeah, we got lots of military stuff going on in these ones, lots of action, and then lots of melodrama.
Yeah, seems to be a theme in this period, doesn't it? The war film seems to be a big kind of resurgence of the kind of Second World War Japanese occupation film, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, I mean, well, we'll get to when we get to Blue and the Black. I found Blue and the Black quite difficult to parse, I think, because it felt like they had they had stuff going on that was historical, but nothing was signposted for you. You kind of
Yeah.
and I was like, I wonder if that was deliberate or not. Anyway, we'll get to it when we get to it. So, anyone who want to start with Squadron 77?
77. Yeah. So this is the Yan Jun, is it? Who's in it as well?
Yeah.
A
Very
vehicle for Lily Hua.
miscast in this.
Sorry, you've frozen there, Darren. So I wasn't aware. Did you say something?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I said that Yang Jun has miscast himself in this.
Right,
isn't
he?
So sorry,
Yeah.
who does he play? I don't know if I realized the director was in it.
He's the boyfriend. He's like the resistance leader.
He's the main dude, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess she's the main dude, but like he's the main sidekick, I guess. And wow, interesting. Yeah, no, he doesn't strike me as particularly rugged or like a partisan.
No.
A little too round-faced and kind of
Well,
he's not very dashing, is he?
No. I suppose what's most interesting about this one a little bit is that it's another one very similarly, it's this idea of a stage actress getting caught up in aspect, just like The Warlord and the Actress, which we talked about. And of course, many decades later, the very celebrated Peking Opera Blues, right, is a very similar kind of setup. I was thinking about Peking Opera Blues. It's funny. I'm not a massive fan of Peking Opera Blues, which I know is heresy for many people, but I have a feeling, because I didn't see Peking Opera Blues until not that long ago. I think Peking Opera Blues is kind of one of those very much zeitgeist films of its time, and if I'd have seen it in 84 or like for a decade after or something, I probably would be part of its massive, because it gets on loads of top 10 lists, doesn't it? Like best 80s or best Hong Kong films or something. And I have to admit, I found it quite underwhelming when I finally saw it. So, but I think that might be because of what I didn't see it in that, sweet spot. It was new. I don't know how either of you feel about Peking Opera Blues.
I need to rewatch it because I saw it in the late 90s, early 2000s, which was kind of part of that zeitgeist.
Yeah.
So
was your memory of that you enjoyed it, or?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Peking Opera Blues would often, if I got in a conversation about Choi Hark, Peking Opera Blues would be something I would roll out as the exception to Choi Hark being a bit crap, which I no longer agree with anyway.
Right.
But, back in the day, I'd be saying, I fucking hate that Choi Hark. Peking Opera Blues is all right, though.
Yeah. That fucking Choi Hark, you don't know nothing. No, tell me about this stylus.
Yes.
Because I had my head screwed on then, see?
Yeah. I do remember there's quite a good torture scene in Peking Opera Blues, though. Isn't there there something where someone gets whipped? And then
like
salt or something on the
throat. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So this one, what she's basically an opera singer, but she's married to this kind of quisling, traitorous type of guy who's collaborating with the Japanese occupation, and so Yeah, I mean it's interesting history because I sort of remember having these conversations with my um, parents around like the resistance in Ireland during the kind of like so my granddad, for example, was like at the age of 6 or 7 was a gun runner. Um, like because they often wouldn't stop kids like the Black and Tans and the British military wouldn't stop children, so he would take guns inside of his jacket across. But my great
Was he
grandfather
was he looking for the creators of Batman?
he was hoping to
Right.
yes, exactly. He was trying to find Lorenzo Semple Jr. or whoever it was. Um, no, so but my great grandfather was nearly executed as a collaborator. So he was apparently quite a well-to-do, yeah, like a well-to-do, kind of sort of slightly Anglo-Irish type. And I guess he used to go golfing with British officers. And at one point, in the middle of the night, a bunch of IRA members who were escaping or something. Anyway, they ended up kind of commandeering my great grandparents' home, um, and they kind of all had to wait while the military or whatever the British military kind of moved on. But as they were sitting around, somebody in the IRA noticed this photograph of my great granddad with and they basically were gonna. They said as soon as they're gone, we're gonna execute you. And my great grandmother, who was heavily pregnant, stood in front of him and said, "If you kill him, you're gonna have to go through me first." And so the IRA made the choice not to
Wow.
execute a heavily pregnant woman. But
Did
yeah, so this
Cillian Murphy play him in that film?
possibly, yes.
Right.
Um, and at the whole Civil War thing, too, at the end of Michael Collins, there's a scene where a couple of guys come onto the train and shoot Liam Neeson, and they're possibly granduncles of mine from Cork. Um, Supposedly, my extended family was involved in executing one of Ireland's great heroes.
Wow. Once again, we're busting the stereotypes about the Welsh, and Nick busting stereotypes about all Micks being crims.
Yes,
Right here on in ShawScope. If you want a stereotype reversed, send in your suggestions on a stamp address self-envelope.
Yes, yes.
That one,
Mrs.
To
A
the backward
hatred.
Welsh and the criminal Irish.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes.
yes.
Don't let us. If you're a landlady, whatever you do, don't let either type stay in your establishment.
No, your bath will be full of coal dust for months.
What was that Monty Python sketch where it was like, it was like people would write in letters about wanting to find racial slurs from different,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
like it was like, here we have a letter from Mrs. A Hatred of Norwich, and she asks,
Yeah.
how could I better insult, the Belgians or whatever?
Yeah. Many of my friends are lumberjacks, and only some of them are transvestites. Yeah.
Anyhow, so yeah, she ends up fleeing. She ends up fleeing from her quizzling traitorous husband, and then yeah, she kind of gets involved. She becomes kind of a double agent, right? Like the Japanese military and kind of Chinese collaborators are using her to get information about her ex, right? So our director is her ex-boyfriend,
I
fiance,
don't think it's just nonsense. I think that our tangent taking thus far speaks to something a little bit here, is that Squadron 77 is kind of a little bit
meh.
It's a bit flat.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. I mean, there were some nice moments in it. I thought if I was picking up highlights,
it's just
I like the bit where her mum tops herself. That's quite good.
The great Cow Pow Shoe, who still looks great even when they stick her in a white wig and make her look like she's supposed to be 65. She still looks great.
No Way's in it, Fan Mei Shang's in it, Ku Feng in it. You get you got a musical number.
You get the worst dancing from Japanese soldiers I have ever seen.
Oh yes, that was yeah. It's a little.
It's pretty standard stuff though, isn't it?
Yeah. You get to
everyone's got the little mustache for some reason.
You get to hear snatches of the soundtrack to Bridge of the River Kwai.
Yep.
And Zulu. There was some Zulu stuff in there.
The opening credits are a bit of a bait and switch as well, because you really feel like you're getting into some sort of Guns of Navarone, Dirty Dozens. Because it's all like military dudes running around, and then the rest of the
Men
film
on a mission.
Quite, until maybe near the very end, it doesn't quite live up to the expectation. Plus, Can her son Wei Wei stop crying for fuck's sake? That kid just all that kid does is whinge and moan and wail the entire film.
Yeah, that's Tung Wei though, isn't it? That's Stephen Tung Wei.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
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 So future great of action cinema.
Yeah. So you back off, Nick.
Oh no, it's just like the great Jimmy Manziel spent his first film weeping.
It's his party, and he doesn't care. Oh, hang on, I got confused. Anyway,
but
it's,
Lo Wei is good though. Not that there's not words I usually say, but I do enjoy Lo Wei as a gurning general.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad.
Yeah,
although he has a much better part later on in this show.
Yep.
Golden Buddha we're gonna enjoy talking about that so fucking much. It's just get through everything just so we can talk about Lo Wei and Golden Buddha. And I think miscasting aside, it's a standard war film. Lili Hua is very classy. She's very good. It's nice seeing Fan Mei Sheng actually as a nice little heroic side character.
Yes,
in his youth,
and his character has a little bit more depth than usual, doesn't it? It's yeah. No, I agree. That was something that jumped out at me as well. But but it is a film of very small pleasures, and you can. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but I would say Warlord and the actress does kind of put this in the shade, really, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, somehow the stakes aren't high enough for the characters. Somehow it's a little bit too convoluted, even though it's very easy to understand. It's still
No,
takes a few twists and turns, and
and kind of odd. I didn't think so, but then at the end, it suddenly got very patriotic.
Oh yes,
at the very end. Not throughout, but just at the very end there. Like up until then, apart from dodgy dancing aside, the Japanese weren't exactly portrayed as as cruelly as sometimes they are, right? But suddenly at the end there, it was like, it was. I was always wondering, did we accidentally see the mainland edit of this film or something like that?
It definitely gets very, we burn ourselves for a sunrise we'll never see kind of thing.
It's kind of very two-dimensional, isn't it? Without being rousing. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
At least when I haven't
really got a grip on
300 was about as 2D as it gets, but at least when me and my wife came out to watching 300, we were both spoiling for a fight. It just kind of worked.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of doesn't for this, does it?
No.
But there was a moment there where I perked up right near the start where Lili Hua gets knocked out, and then she wakes up in this like safe house. And it's like all of a sudden Bava's in charge of the lighting. You've got all these greens and reds and and I thought, that's cool. I know it's like the street lights. I thought, is this going to turn a bit expressionistic?
Right.
And it doesn't.
No.
It just turns into a standard fucking war film.
Maybe the normal production designer was ill that day, and someone like amazing came in. But then Right. Okay. I think that's it for Squadron 77, is it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not shit.
Yeah,
no,
it's fine.
No. You'd be churlish to call it shit. That you would be out of order. It's just not very interesting. No. And to be honest, we almost skipped over it because it wasn't available. And then I just happened across a copy just as we were going 65, 66. So it made it under the radar, and we watched it. And Right then. So the blue and the black parts 1 and 2, which combine.
She's got a lot of fucking last films, hasn't she?
This lady does. Yes. Apparently she was making 9 films when she passed away, it seems.
But, the first part of this is released 2 years after she died in 64, right? And then the second comes out 67. So combined just under 4 hours, based on apparently a class considered one of the classics, right? Wang Lam's novel, which I don't think has ever been translated into English. There might be some fan translations, maybe online, but I'm guessing maybe not, because when it comes to classic Chinese literature, at the moment at least, when you go looking for unofficial online translations, it tends to be the wuxia stuff, isn't it? It's the stuff that people are aware of because of the films that are based on them. So I'm not sure if this wartime melodrama, as classic as it might be considered, I don't know if it's getting translated anytime soon, right? Officially or unofficially. But
yeah, because the people translating it can't foresee an audience, I guess, is the simple explanation, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I mean, I don't know. I know it's been turned into some other TV series and stuff, because it's actually quite big. So even at 4 hours, this is probably jumping over a lot of stuff, right? I would imagine. Yeah. So Linda Lindai, we forgot to actually mention her name, who we were talking about. But yeah, Linda Lindai, Guan Shan's the other big name. Pat Ting Hung in the second one, right? She comes.
Yeah.
Is it just me? I don't know. I was wondering about this, if I was just somewhat kind of led by because I know a little bit about, the tragedy of her life and stuff. But watching Linda Lindai in this, especially the earlier scenes where she's supposed to be, a more kind of younger presence.
Teenager again.
Yeah. Is it just me, or is that she was giving me very strong Judy Garland vibes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell she's in trouble. It's sad.
Yeah. To the point where I was thinking, from now on, I might have to refer to my homosexual friends as friends of Linda.
Friends of Lindai. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I wonder if she's actually that, and I just, as a bit of a throw, but actually thinking about it, I can absolutely see Linda Lindai being a gay icon in the way that Judy Garland is.
Yes, I could also actually see her playing Dorothy exceptionally.
Actually, oddly enough, yes.
Chinese adaptation. Yeah. I think when she was younger, especially, she would have knocked that out of the park.
For sure, yeah.
And I wonder if it's actually a thing, because obviously we especially if we're talking the main. And it's funny, I was watching. I recently watched that film Together, the Alison Brie and Dave Franco horror film, which is quite good actually. I was quite surprised.
Yeah, it's on my radar. Yeah,
it's good. And but yeah, so there's a character in that. Who it's a gay character, and apparently when that film played in China recently, they used AI to alter the image so make it look like he's got a girlfriend in flashbacks and not a boyfriend. So yeah, so to the extent that Linda Lindai is possibly a gay icon, I mean, it's not as if that culture is front and center, right, in that part of the world. So we don't know the intricacies, but I wouldn't be surprised to find out if she was,
yeah.
The Judy Garland of China or something.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to say that. Bollocks!
It would be easy to say that, yes. All together now.
I have forgotten the name. I have forgotten the name of the contemporary actress who always played male scholars.
To what?
Yes. Yes.
Always plays female scholars, did you say?
Male scholars, always female to male.
She often plays men.
Oh, Tilda Swinton.
No.
In Chinese
Shaw Brothers.
Sorry.
Era. Like the one she always plays like the young male scholar and she'll fall in love. Like
Butterfly Lovers
Ivy Ling Poe.
And Ivy Ling Poe. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see Ivy Ling Poe is clearly a gay icon. Right, simply because of what she plays, but you can definitely see that with Lindai as well, just by the kind of flamboyance of just her kind of presence, really,
and just her kind of place in pop culture history is a very similar kind of, there's a certain drama to her life that
exactly, yeah.
Nothing like
So,
three straight guys
mhm.
getting on the case
telling the
with
gays what to
gay
think.
iconography. Yeah, you know what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
If you're gay, and you would like to know what you should like in future,
Yeah.
tune in
Ask
next
us.
time, and
Yeah.
we'll tell you. Yeah, we'll just tell you what you should like,
Yeah.
how to behave. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That reminds me, actually, it's Sean Locke used to have a funny bit about his idea for a TV show, which was straight eye for the queer guy. And he was just like, yeah, don't sound like that.
Yeah.
He's sadly missed, isn't he?
Oh God.
Yeah. I did watch. I never saw it when it first came out. But what's that sitcom he did? 15 Stories High.
Yeah, I should
Five
watch that.
Stories High, is it?
It's got Benedict
25
Wong
something
stories.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Okay, yes.
I think I've come to it too late. I watched like 2 episodes, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think because I'm not there at the time, I think it's
okay. I really like that show. The other reason I really like it as well, actually, is obviously Sean Locke, but his flatmate is Benedict Wong.
Big Wong, yeah.
I fucking love Benedict Wong.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. That's why you like those Marvel films so much as well, isn't it?
Is he in there?
When he's a sorcerer.
Yeah. He plays the
sorcerer.
sidekick to Doctor Strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might have have to watch that then.
He is good.
You might. Well, I give. I mean, I know people tend not to like it, but I quite like it. I quite like Multiverse of Madness.
Well, yeah,
because it's
a Raimi film.
Sam Raimi directed.
Right. I think if I was going to go for any of those Marvel ones, it might be the Doctor Strange ones, actually.
Yeah, the first one's not bad as well, and it's got.
It's all right. Yeah.
But yeah, the second one is definitely. There's a scene where musical notes are used in a fight scene. That's really astonishing. It's quite cool.
And it's almost 10 years old now, so it's about ready for me to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, I might give it a go.
Oh yeah, so we do get.
Digress.
I mentioned Tilda Swinton at random as well, though. Isn't that the one? Either that or the sequel.
No, she's also in the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah, she's in it. Yeah.
Did she play an Asian character or something? And then
sort of.
Yeah. And then she got some flack for it.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm not
the character
fan, I have to say.
Asian in the comics, but she's obviously not Asian in the
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I've got a lot of time for her. We've done a lot of her films on Magic Wood. In fact, oddly enough, I just saw her as well. I didn't realize this. If you remember Orbital, the duo, the electronic duo, they had that track, The Box. She's in the music video for it. Which is quite an impressive music, because it uses a lot of things like Tilda Swinton, like the action around her. It's basically her wandering about the streets of London, and everything's like sped up and stuff. But she's moving it. But sometimes you can tell she's kind of acted out, like you can tell she's just been standing in one spot for like hours or something, so they could film it. So, props to her. Committed.
Yeah, 10,000 Years of Longing was quite good. I enjoyed.
I didn't see that.
Anyway, that's pretty good. Yeah.
My wife's a big fan of what's the one where she plays a character who over centuries changes back and forth between being a man and a woman. It's famous literature. Orlando, yes.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so once again, we seem to be not dealing with the.
Yes, okay, Blue and the Black.
So hang on. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I don't like this. I think it's way over long at 4 hours.
It is long. Yeah.
I think the novel, apparently, from what little reading I've done, the novel is much more specific about who is who in terms of the politics, right? So it begins.
We should just very basic. It's basically star-crossed lovers, but with the Japanese invasion. Occupation of China as a backdrop. That's it, right? Yeah.
Right. But then it shifts at a certain point after the war ends, after Japan surrenders. Then it shifts over, and this is where things get really muddy because they won't call the nationalists, and the communists, and so you're kind of left unless you have. And I realized suddenly, the last time I really read about this stuff was when I was 18 and doing my History 12 class. I haven't really looked at what was going on in China in a long, long
Yeah.
time between kind of the mid 30s and the late 40s. So
Yeah, I did not have that background myself, and yeah, I just didn't really get it.
yeah, so there's all these scenes like near the end of the second film where there's like explosions happening in the city, and you know that forces are moving in, but you're like, who are these for? I mean, I kind of knew, yes, these are communist forces and these are nationalists, and that's why they go to Taiwan. And the other thing
Yeah.
too was for me near the end of the film because it was fucking 4 hours long and most of it is melodrama and um some very frustrating characters and choices made by those characters, which is fine. It's a novel. It's obviously it's a Wuthering Heightsy kind of a Romeo and Juliet thing. But yeah, when they were like, okay, we're gonna go to Taiwan. I was like, fuck yes, finally. We're maybe gonna get some Robert Tai choreography. Maybe there'll be a Peach Girl, a hopping back. Give me something movie. But no, it was just as fucking boring when they get to Taiwan. Um, yeah, no, I would say this is a shit swan song for a great actor.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm slightly alarmed. You don't know how films work, right? Like when they go to Taiwan, they don't actually all go and move to Taiwan. It's like,
Oh,
I mean, this is
okay.
fairly
That
basic
plane, that
stuff.
plane they got on,
Mm.
probably didn't actually go to Taiwan.
Ah, shit, okay.
Probably just stayed on the runway.
You
And then they
know,
probably came off after the director
Michael
said
J.
cut.
Fox has never been to 1955 and seen Chuck Berry before.
Jesus. Well, this changes everything, gentlemen.
I've got a couple of plus points on this.
Okay,
Not
yes.
many, not
hmm
many. Linda Lindai,
hmm
very good performance,
Yes.
I think.
When she's on screen, because we do get a lot of
Yeah,
planet
there's
outer space
but,
this
well, and
happening as well.
yeah. But that's the other point I'm making is I think the double shots are pretty well done, actually,
Yeah,
in
I
comparison.
wouldn't have known.
Oh,
I
yes.
don't think I'd have
Magic
known if I hadn't known. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of kind of overhead shots
Yes.
and interest. You'd say, oh, that's a weird angle to
hmm
Right.
to have in this scene.
But speaking of Back to the Future, it's very Back to the Future 2, right? With Crispin Glover not being there, right? I was almost ready to come here upside down at one point. It's like,
yeah. But at least you didn't have a full face shot of someone who is clearly not fucking
not
Linda
Lynn.
Lindai.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
Looking at you,
So I
Game
thought
of
that
Death.
was
good. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, even the last Linda Lindai film we watched, the one about her hacking her way into the mountain, where she played both characters, there was some very distracting, just use of the double.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the magic
lamp.
Yeah.
I know it's still shit, and it's almost like pissing on someone's grave. But I do have a slight my for Game of Death. It's gone slightly up in my estimation over the years. Just the sheer audacity of it.
Oh, the audacity
you thought you
of Game
could
of
get
Death.
away with that, right? That's mind-boggling, really. Like not at the margins. A big fucking film that came out in theaters around the world that people were waiting for. Oh yeah, this will be fine. Just slap a fucking Polaroid on a mirror.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
you're quite right. We do need to do that one day I'm wondering if we might get Nick along for that, actually. That might kind of be fun to have a round table about the film that Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so the first whole half of the film is basically just the star-crossed lovers stuff. It's just
Well, I'll interject there because I have a very specific opinion on this, which I was kind of surprised at because you don't normally have this with this kind of film. So I watched the first one and I thought, oh, it was all right. I mean, it didn't blow my mind in any way, shape, or form, but it was fine. It was actually quite well done. If the second half continues like this, then I can kind of see why it's. And then somehow the second half is just nowhere near as compelling. And I can't really put my finger on why, but it was a very clear division for me. I like part one and I don't like part two. And also by the time we got to the end of part two, and they're still I was like, there's a war on! Get some fucking perspective. They totally lost my sympathy towards the end of the story. I don't give a shit if you get together or not. There's people dying in their millions. What the fuck? I get it. I've seen that story done before, and it can be made to work. Whereas the relationship at the center is somehow an allegory for I get it, but they just don't do it. They seem like two totally. Honestly, by the end of 4 hours, they feel like really spoilt characters, don't they?
Well,
really
Guan Shan's character in particular, is ridiculous.
Yeah, because he's such a from the beginning.
He spends a lot of this movie in tears. But
he's also just a fucking coward as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's feckless. He's feckless.
It's a shit or get off the pot situation, and the guy refuses to shit. He just
and it takes until he has his fucking leg chopped off, and his current fucking fiance doesn't want anything to do with him because he got one leg.
Yes.
For him to actually pick second best Lindai, to actually be fucking happy with. It's ridiculous. By the way, I just spoiled the whole thing.
So we watched Love Without End at some point.
Yes.
Which features the same two leads. And a few of the reviews I read of Blue and the Black mentioned that actually there's a number of scenes that are kind of reprised, and it's the same director too. It's Jing Do. That basically, in some ways, this is him doing a greatest hits of something he's already done.
Have you ever? Sorry, have you ever seen the adults remake about the man who loses his penis, but they learn to? It's called Love Without Bell End.
Ah, right.
You know what? When I was a child, right? This is a deep dive into my psychology and my damage as a now adult, right? When I was a kid, I had a recurring nightmare.
Oh, fuck. I think I know what you're going to say, because I think I might have also had it, but go on.
No. Well, so I was playing catch, right, with my friend Calvin, right, who was my best friend at the time when I was a child. I reckon I was 7 or 8 years old when I was having this dream. Right?
For North American viewers, what would they call catch? Because they're probably thinking of throwing the ball and catching it, but catch for us is chase, we'd call it as well, right?
No, catch, throw in.
Oh, sorry, you
that's what I meant.
Yes.
No, that's touch. Touch would be.
Is that what it's called? There.
Touch. You got touch and you got off-ground touch.
Are these related to tag in some ways? Like, is that like a
tag? That's the word I was looking for.
Tag is touch. Yes. Tag is touch, and then you've got the variant, which is off-ground touch, which means you can only be tagged when you're when your feet are on the ground. So if your feet are on something that's above the ground, you're safe.
I wonder what they call pilim in North America.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what I was talking about.
No, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, back to
you may as well finish the. Back to my dream. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm having a dream, and me and Calvin are playing catch, but we're playing catch with my penis.
Oh.
I have somehow detached my knob, right? And me and Calvin are playing catch with it.
But now your whole shaft
King Missile song, right?
The shaft.
Penis.
The shaft and the head, right?
Okay, right.
The balls presumably are still there, right?
Okay.
So
that's like the dock. The balls are the dock, aren't they?
Yeah, screw it back in. We're playing catch with my knob, and then it falls on the ground, and the head comes off, and I can't get the head back on. And then I haven't got a dick, and then I wake up, and it was a recurring nightmare I used to have when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Wow.
So I had something similar.
Freud would have. I mean, I don't even know what Freud would do that.
Yeah.
But I had a similar thing. You know those you know what kendama is? Okay. So cup and ball, like it's
all right.
Yeah, right. Well, I used to have this dream that there's like the knob would just come off, like it was like one of those like kendama cup and ball things, and then I would desperately be trying to reattach it to the shaft, and it wouldn't in where it was supposed to be, and I'd be left going, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?"
That was in fact a very similar dream then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe that's a universal thing. Did you have anything similar, Clive?
No, the only thing like that I have is quite the common one that people have of, in my dream, suddenly, like my teeth.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all. And like my whole jaw is just like made from fucking coral or something. It just
Yes.
cracks and
Yes.
but in the dream you're like, oh, this is perfectly normal.
Yeah.
And I'd had that for years and years and years, a variation on that dream. And then the other day, for the first time, I had a twist I've never had before. So in the past, it's always like, oh, well, suddenly you're pulling bits of your mouth out and it's all like bone and teeth and stuff. And the other day I had a dream like this, and for some reason I took a lump of my mouth to the sink and ran some water over it and rubbed it, and it suddenly turned into this abundant, never-ending fountain of fresh fruit.
Quite nice.
It's a new twist on it. I don't know if it's I don't know what all that's about.
No. Yeah. Dream analysis. Bonus.
Fucking hell, this is value for money, this pod, considering it costs fuck all. Yeah.
But we're all
apart
agreed
from all your precious time we wasted talking about whatever the fuck we've been talking about.
Well, and you know what? We're wasting people's time because Golden Buddha is coming up.
I know.
And people are chomping at the bit to hear what we think about Golden Buddha, like they couldn't guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite interesting. You clearly have enjoyed it more than me, but yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Yeah.
There we are. Yeah.
Let's finish up with Blue Black. Is there anything we haven't said about Blue and the Black?
No.
None of us liked it particularly, did we?
No.
Did either of you feel the same way about me, that the first part was solid and the second wasn't, or was it more of a overall?
There's a lot more Linda in the first part. She kind of is relegated to a very second, but that may be true of the novel too. I don't know if that's because of her death. That may just be because
I suspect it probably is.
But it could be that too. But that doesn't help.
Well, but also I think that one of the reasons that you want the second part, that you're disappointed with the second part, is you want the whole thing to build to more of a crescendo. Where it's much more of a sort of slice of life, the trajectory of one relationship, which I understand, but somehow it felt like a rehash, or it just felt like going over old ground or stretching something out that didn't need to be that long. You know?
It's funny you mentioned that as well. It just occurred to me that final bit where he's in the wheelchair with his leg and they're reunited. It's very. If you changed the music, right, that could almost be a comedic ending, couldn't it? You could marry it being like, Carry On Resistance or something, and that was the fight. Like somebody's a girl ran up to him and like. So it's a very it's I do wonder how this played, like, in terms of how beloved the novel is and how people responded. Oh, this is a good, or they took against it because it's not as good as the novel. But if there's not much information about this film in English, at least.
No.
But I suspect it was probably back in the day quite a big deal, right? That they were confident enough to split it into two parts.
Yeah.
People would come.
Right.
So I feel as that it was probably a bit of a zeitgeisty film of its day, but I would be interested if it passed muster back then, or even then the critics had their knives sharpened for it. Or I really don't.
It's funny.
Have any context for that? I don't know.
There's a few parts that was interesting when it first started, and I was like, okay, this thing's got a 4-hour running time, and then it opens up with a kind of a lengthy scene taking place at a wedding, and I started to think, oh, this is like kind of a bit Godfather-y. This might be all right, like
epic,
roving around and tracking all these different characters and stuff. And I was like, oh, and then it really doesn't.
It doesn't open out into epic, does it? No, that's the thing. There's no really.
Yeah, that's a very good way to describe it.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is I was disappointed. I thought at the end, really, if they wanted to kind of really bring it all together, especially, we've gone to Taiwan, maybe. But yeah,
Nick, how many times do I have to tell you they didn't?
So
when's this gonna sink in?
Surely this was the opportunity for Guanshan to spend a bunch of time training with his one leg to be the one-legged ass kicker. I think, scenes of him kicking into a big bowl of hot rocks and shit. That's the ending I wanted.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning there, isn't it, Nick?
It is. It's quite early,
yeah.
Anyway, this is not getting a recommendation from me.
No.
This is not your top of your Lindyes. It's not your top of Shaw Brothers. It's
I suppose it is interesting though. I mean, in all seriousness, if you were genuinely interested in Linda Lindy, it is kind of essential viewing in a way because it's her deathbed film, right? So
yeah. And she's very good in it.
She's good.
I agree with you. Yeah,
and the character's good. The character's got a nice vibe to it,
The moments of it when she's not age appropriate, let's say, that's kind of not her fault. That's a casting problem. She deals with what she has to deal with very, very well. And it's a little bit sad. Again, I don't know if I'm projecting this just because I know, but watching it, you do have that ever so slight thing in the back of your head that, oh, she's not happy. Do you know what I mean? And again, I don't know if it's just because I know of the suicide or just, but there's something that,
you can tell it's the end. You can even though had we not known, and I didn't feel this. Also, I didn't feel this in Magic Lamp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, which is they must have filmed at the same time.
Yeah. And like Nick was saying, that the seams show in that one more as well, right? So
yeah. But
they've taken a lot of care.
She's playing a troubled character in this as well, which may also add to, she's playing a character going through a sort of various crises, right? Emotional crises. And so therefore it's really on there. It's really on screen for you to kind of escaping it, right? It's not like, Whereas I think the other one, The Magic Lamp, was a bit more of an action film.
So in your head, were you like trying to figure out, wow, so they took the coffin to Taiwan and reanimated the corpse, and you must have been very confused, young Nick.
Oh yeah. No. I'm fairly. I don't think I was taken in by that final scene with whoever she is in
You started to see through it.
I was like, I don't think that's. I feel like this is
the veil began to lift.
Yes.
That was
a 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step.
Yes. Anyway, are we done with this? Can we move on?
We've done bullying you. We'll see. But let us move on to the next. Yes, what we got next then? Go on, Darren. You seem excited. You tell us what all this is about.
Golden Buddha, directed by Lo Wei. Also starring Lo Wei. Jeanette Lynn Tsai, don't know her, didn't know her at all, really.
Nope.
And Paul Chang-chung, who we've seen a number of times before.
She's a super, really nice character because she wants to build orphan schools, right?
She does.
Yes.
They've really overloaded her.
It's that sort of film. Yeah. And Fanny Fan Lai is a bit, she's the danger, the danger vamp, isn't she? Yeah.
When she first shows up in whatever that top she's wearing with her bullet boobs, I was very taken.
Gravity defying tits. Yeah. Also of note, this is also another Thai set film, or at least part of it's filmed in Thailand.
Yes. Yeah. I would think that too. And I think this is better than the other one. This is better than Crocodile River by quite a stretch, in my opinion. And I don't mind Crocodile River.
Well, they're very different films.
I think that's apples and oranges, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But the other thing it's got in common is more frontal nudity.
Yeah.
In 1966 for Shaw Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Lo Wei again.
And again, it's got to be a Thai thing, right? It's got to be a Thai thing.
Why they can get away with it there?
They were getting away with this in Thailand and they couldn't in Hong Kong. I don't know, but
I think I don't often, but I check everything. I think the Internet Movie Database might be a bit confused with this one, as it is with a lot of Hong Kong films, actually, because it has it as a Hong Kong Filipino co-production, which is entirely possible. But I was looking and I was thinking, if anything, it would be Thai, like Crocodile River. But the thing is,
Well,
there's no, as
it's
far as I know, there's no alternative version with. So I think it's
no.
just Thai as backlot. It's purely Hong Kong, I think.
Yeah. But again, it's clearly filmed in Thailand.
Yeah.
Or
So
some of
I
it's
don't know
filmed in Thailand
where
because
someone with access to IMDb who didn't know what the fuck they were talking about insisted that this was in some way a Philippine. I stand to be corrected if that's the case. But so Norway, right? Norway. I mean, interesting career, ups and downs. Some films interesting, some things not. Some things way too fucking long. Basically, directs the foundational Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan films, which is kind of a thing. I mean, that's not something you can sneeze at. Is that a phrase? You can sneeze at? It is, isn't it? People say that. I don't understand it, but yeah. But possibly his finest contribution to cinema is wearing a golden suit with a black cape and shades inside, and he's got a flashing golden skull on a wall of his underground HQ. Loway's finest achievement.
There's a lot about this to like.
Yes. Well, specifically the Loway. To be honest, the rest of it I couldn't give a monkeys. But
really, I liked it a lot more than the
Loway.
last.
Oh yeah, he's the dude.
This is not. Oh, we kind of jumped out of chronology a little bit, but we've just recently did one of these James Bond kind of things, right? We did the Nekatsu co-production with Shaw, which
Asia Paul,
with Jimmy Wang Yu.
Yeah.
I think this is a much better kind of James Bondy riff than that film was.
I think I kind of enjoyed Asia Paul more.
It is
really,
yeah. And I've seen this twice now as well, and my it's quite interesting because if usually rewatching something, you have something slightly different to say because you're coming at it either from you don't know anything about it, or you're coming at from a place of you undervalued it before, so it's better than you remembered, or the opposite, blah 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 blah. But Golden Buddha was exactly the same for me both times I watched it. Just quite slow and boring. And then
I mean, I thought it was great. I haven't seen it
suit
before.
and a cape and then this is quite slow and boring.
Well, do we want to quickly deal with the plot? Get that out of the way.
Cut out then. I missed a bit of that.
Do we want to quickly deal with the basic plot? Because he's not Paul Chang-chung doesn't play an actual
He's not a spy. No,
he plays like more of an everyman who's quite good at judo, luckily, and karate.
Yeah, it's more of a It's actually more of a Hitchcock conceit than a Hitchcock conceit.
Yeah, the MacGuffin is at the beginning. He basically accidentally exchanges briefcases, and there's
man in the wrong place, all that.
Yeah,
but it's also a little bit ridiculous because he's just like the perfect investigator. You know, he's got the wherewithal to like file off the bloody business with the Golden Buddhas, and you know he can investigate and he can track people down. And there's no person he can't win a fight against. It's like he's like a superhuman, but just a businessman without being 007 or
He's as much golden boy as he is golden Buddha.
There you go.
Yes,
which I like. I think it adds to the ridiculousness of the film because this film is ridiculous, all of it.
Yeah, the fight choreography is quite ropey. There's a lot of like people kind of standing around waiting to get punched and stuff and taking.
Which is weird, isn't it? That's the one thing the Shaw brothers usually. That's the least of their problems, right?
Yes. But
somehow with this film they forgot to bring along maybe they thought they didn't need it's a spy film. We don't need. Yeah. What kind of stylus goes with this? They just didn't think about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You both take it away. I don't. I honestly, I was quite underwhelmed. So I don't shit on it because it's not terrible, but I was just Loway's dress sense aside, I found it fairly underwhelming both times. But you both seem to have quite enjoyed it. So
Darren, you go first, and then I'll.
Yeah. There's not much to say, but I think it is a good time for most people.
Okay.
So it zips along nice and quickly. There's a fair bit of intrigue. There's a lot of action. There are gadgets. And there is a James Bond lair. And my favourite bit in the whole film is where, near the end, Fanny Fan Lai, right, has failed the crime boss. So he puts her in a special machine to be killed.
Yes.
And all the machine does is lowers a big bit of metal with flashing lights on and crushes her.
Yep. It looks like a big upside down metal ice cream cone or something, or like a giant microphone.
And all the time that this woman is being killed, you know, you think, and it's flashing lights going on, and she's screaming, and this thing is lowering down slowly. You think, oh, there's going to be a laser beam that comes out of it, or a blade or something. No, it's just like a thing that crushes people with flashing lights.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? One of those things occasionally. Production designers don't get enough love, I think, but when they fuck up, you know, like, that's an interesting example. The other one I remember is, you know, the new recent Westworld TV series, which some people tell me is very good. I know lots of people who like it, and I tried watching it. Yeah, and it was okay, and I like seeing what's his face, Walker, as in the Yul Brynner, what's his name, Ed.
Oh yes. Ed Harris.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the one thing that's really because everyone's talking about it is really smart or whatever, and then there's a bit in it where it's like you're at the factory where they make the robots and everything, but because it's been designed into an inch of its life, so this place looks really cool and it's like a triumph for production. You realize there's only room for about 3 machines working, and I'm thinking, this is not a good business model. This is not how you hire a sweatshop with brown people and work them to death and suicide and max out, not having 3 things. So it's weird sometimes something just knocks you out of the story, right?
Yes, it was, especially if you're Jeff Bezos and concerned about these things, I guess.
Jeff Bezos and his
but I think
Great Gatsby themed wedding, right? Which is either a massive piss stick or a sign that tech bros have no
concept of history and
no self-reflection, right? Of all the
well, that is clearly true. Yeah. But I think this zips along nice and quickly. There's lots of MacGuffins, there's the goalie, they're after a golden Buddha and they lose it and they find it, and everyone's connected in some way or another to these golden Buddhas, and they have to find some treasure at the end, and Lo Wei is fucking stupid, and there's this futuristic dungeon that they have to traverse.
Flash aquarium.
Not very well thought out.
Because the layer is underwater, right? It's like quite fun.
Yeah, and that's a good point. So the skeleton gang, so the antagonists are led by Lo Wei. Not that you know that at this point. So the skeleton gang are just like a crime gang, right? Because they're just after the treasure, right? Which is basically a chest of pearls and diamonds and rubies and gold and all that. So if you logic this out, then okay, how much did it cost to how much did it cost to build the lair, the futuristic lair, right, with the crushing machine, right, and the lift and the thing that they crawl under some lights at one point, isn't it? As if there's meant to be a laser beam there or something. Anyway, how much did that cost? And
fair amount of staff.
What are your proceeds from?
Like lots of henchmen and lots of buxom henchwomen, which was quite nice. There's a whole line of
they're all in the crop tops, aren't they? Yeah,
who got pushed up.
And it's just none of it makes any fucking sense. But I think the film kind of knows it doesn't make sense and has run with it and has fully embraced camp and ridiculousness.
What a shame that.
So for that reason, I liked it.
What a shame that when you're introduced to said buxom henchwomen, the top of your knob falls off.
It's the worst.
Yes, yes.
But I think this is in some ways like the most 60s film I've ever seen. It has like there's so many things that are so 1960s and also so men's adventure kind of about this because in some ways
Yeah.
you've got the spy stuff, right? But you've also got this kind of
All the
almost
women hit on him, right? Like
yes,
he's a
yeah,
super hot, considering he's a, ever so slightly roly-poly dude.
hmm
He's not exactly what would pass for, like a Channing Tatum
right.
what's the Thor guy? Chris
Oh,
Hemsworth. Someone
Hemsworth,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but like there's a um yeah, so there's a spy stuff, and at the beginning the spy stuff is a bit more. It's not quite the full-on Thunderball. It's more like the kind of From Russia with Love. It's a bit more grounded and realistic, right? And then we kind of move into the more almost science fiction adjacent. Like some of the stuff in that layer looks like it comes out of like the old Peter Cushing like Doctor Who Scarrow films, like kind of
Yeah, yeah.
flying always and like cool weird lighting and stuff. So obviously that goes a long way with me. I'm always excited to see
Or
anything that
like an
looks.
old serial or something as well.
Yes.
Some of that stuff looks like, yeah.
And then the musical choices too. Obviously, they've just cribbed pieces of actual James Bond themes, and I think the Magnificent Seven's in there too. But I just liked all of the kind of Les Baxter sounding, Martin Denny kind of like lounge music that plays all over this thing as well. Um, and then yeah, it's kind of a proto. It even has proto Indiana Jones elements when they're kind of running around the temple at the end, trying to figure out clues and turn things and like find the treasure.
Yes, which, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So for me, it just kind of it condensed and boiled down, reduced all of those kind of weird 60s men's adventure tropes into one
So,
thing. And yeah, for
so
me,
you were amazed that the little men in the box made it look like the 60s in 2026.
yes, I
Yeah,
couldn't. Yeah, I mean
right.
that's some fine work, gents. Good job. And
Yeah.
and yeah, and Fanny Fan is she's very easy on the eyes. She walks that woman who walks like her hips are made of balls of pythons or something. I was
Yeah.
totally taken. Um,
Yeah, and she's got some very funny tits. Some great tits,
yes.
I would say. But
hmm
they do seem to completely defy the laws of physics.
hmm
But she's wearing this backless dress throughout,
hmm
and it looks like they're pointing to the fucking sky. And I was trying to work out what kind of apparatus she was using to
Some kind of rig.
That's it's quite the
yeah,
under.
or anti-gravity device or something.
With the same wires that they use for stunt.
Yes, for
stuff,
flying.
I suppose, but
That's
yeah.
Just around the
Just
nipple.
pull the nips up to the
Yeah, there's just a
stars.
marionette strings. There's just
Yeah.
a man in the rafters, just like following her around, making
I
sure they're the
genuinely-
same level.
They're even.
I genuinely can't tell if this conversation is sexist and misogynist or not, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
There may be a shade of that, but I
Yeah.
only say it because they are so gravity defying.
Yeah, no.
You know.
I think it's a fair point, but some people might argue the case. Is all I'm saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, luckily enough, we said it at the end of the podcast, and no one listens anyway. So
Everyone's fast asleep right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's having nightmares about the top of their cocks falling off
And their teeth falling out.
because we've seeded that now. It's like what's that film in the radio station?
ShawScope.
Yeah, but what's that film in the radio station where everyone turns into a zombie, and it's because of what they hear?
Oh,
What's that film?
Pontypool.
That's it. Yeah,
Weirdly
it's like
enough.
that. We've seeded a cock falling off dream in everyone now because we said it, and it's now in your head, and you're going to have that dream now.
You imagine one day, I don't know, 10 years time or something, the next David Cronenberg will make some incredible body horror film. But it's named after an area of Canada named after somewhere in Wales. And there's going to be like the best horror film of that decade. And it's called Ammanford.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember Pontypool coming out. And I was like, what now?
What's that now? Yeah.
It's quite good actually, Pontypool, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I liked it. I very much liked it. Yeah, I mean, I have slightly given away the twist of that, so
sorry,
be cautious.
it's an old film, to be fair. I mean,
yeah.
Rosebud's a fucking sledge. Get to the program.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yes, I think I look forward to seeing Cronenberg's knob falling off body horror film. That sounds to be great. Could be a kind of a follow-up to Long Live the New Flesh. Whatever.
By the way, have you seen his recent film, The Shrouds?
No.
It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I still need to watch Crimes of the Future. I keep
I'd be interested to see what you think about that, because I know a lot of people who don't like it because it's kind of a bit of a greatest hits of Cronenberg. But because Cronenberg's a genius, that works when he does it. So yeah. Oh, actually, this is totally not the place for this, but fuck it. I'll forget otherwise. Darren, just a little bit of background. So once upon a time, in 1995, for a while there, Crash was very difficult. David Cronenberg's Crash was very difficult to see in the UK. And Darren got the bootleg copy of it. And we were already Cronenberg fans. And he watched it and he was massively disappointed. And then I watched it in his presence. I think you were even reading a magazine or something the second time because you couldn't be bothered with it. And I concurred with you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That was disappointing. Many, because I don't think I've ever checked in with you about this. So many years later, after watching Crash about another 3 times, I suddenly realized it's a fucking great film.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone back and rewatched Crash or reevaluated it? Okay, interesting.
No, I haven't. Although I have kind of had that suspicion. Yeah.
Right.
I have had that suspicion. Yeah, but yeah, if we get the chance.
What's your take on Crash, Nick?
I don't know that I ever saw it. I don't think that I ever saw it.
I think this needs to be a pod.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This is perfect for one of those ones that doesn't fit in all the other ones I do. So it's we haven't done a Yaki Sini Soba for a while.
Quite a while, yeah.
There we go. Pencil it in somewhere, gents. We are talking David Cronenberg's Crash.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Which has fuck all to do with Shaw Brothers.
And I've never read the book either, so I probably should.
Oh, the book's great. Yeah.
I should probably read the book too then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Anyway, do we have anything more to say about Golden Buddha? Or David Cronenberg or Cox?
No, but I think
Clive's wrong.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3 of us.
Clive is wrong about Golden Buddha. It's good.
Yes.
You know what? I'm willing to concede I might be.
Okay.
I have so little enthusiasm for it. I don't hate it. It's just I've watched it twice now, so I resent it slightly for having watched it twice, but it's not its fault. Because I'm starting to learn along with young Nick here that films aren't sentient beings that exist.
I always assumed they were kind of a magic window onto reality. So I'm very discomfited by this notion. But so are we? So I mean, what's interesting to me about we're now getting into this whole kind of era of nudity and this era of it's a good era to be in, the era of nudity and spy stuff. So I mean, Clive, do you know if we have more spy stuff in the tubes?
I'm just imagining you're in a dirty Mac. Couldn't help noticing that we're approaching, and then finally just throwing in and spy stuff just to basically asking me, is there some tits coming up?
I'm hoping that maybe Fanny Fan might be showing her Fanny Fan again in the near future.
I tell you, Darren, he's trying to usurp my position as the creepy
Resident
guy.
Perv.
He really is. He's going for it.
Well, arguably, I mean, in this one, you have been surprisingly perv free. It's been me and Nick banging on about the tits and the fannies.
Yeah. Well, especially young Nick there. The fantasist.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you'll have to make up for it next time, Clive. You'll have to go
Yes.
You'll have to go extra perv on the next one.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay. I don't think we've got any follow-up to this in terms of non-ShawScope stuff. I don't think so. I think we're probably going to be going on
No, it doesn't seem to be a lot of
no, I mean, we've got a
not
bit of,
fodder.
but I think for the time being, I think at the time might be right, actually. I'm feeling as if we might be wanting to go Monkey Goes West.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I'm not sure if there's anything before that, but we might all right on top of it almost, right? And yes, you're quite right. Like some more spy stuff. Yeah. So yes. Work out. Get limber.
Yeah, yes. Gotta make sure the knob stays attached. That's all.
Well, most importantly,
don't go crazy or it will fall, or the end will fall.
No, it does. It can do that, I've heard. Yeah. Right, we're going to wrap up because we're getting silly if we weren't silly all the whole time.
Yeah.
Hope this has been of some use to someone somewhere.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.